remember back in mid-July, you may remember a fan placed a $10,000 bet on the Kings to win the NBA Finals this year. That would get you a $7.5 million payout. Well, then yesterday, we get the news that a fan, that's the same fan apparently, or should we say better? I don't know if it's a fan.
Yeah, it's true.
Might not be a fan at all.
Investor.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
$10,000 he or she bet at Caesar Sports for the Kings to win the title. This is at 750 to 1 odds. Then an $8,000 bet at 350 to 1 odds. Bets would win a combined $10.3 million. Lots of questions here. Let's start with this. And this is where we need like a, hey, everybody, come to my website and you can get the perfect lock winners every Friday, Monday Night Football, free. And go to the website and call the number and free. We need one of those guys.
Okay.
Because here's my first question. Why would you bet 10 grand at 750 to 1 and then 8 grand at 350 to 1 and not just 10 grand or 18 grand at 750 to 1? Why would you then turn around and bet almost the same bet for less than half the odds?
It doesn't make any sense. None.
At all.
Unless there was some sort of casino. Hey, we'll do the 750 at 10,000, but you can't make that entire bet. We're going to have to cut that in half.
Okay.
Then find another casino.
Find another casino.
Because those things are going to continue to be built because of bets like this.
Spread it around.
Yeah. Or stick with just the 10. You'll be okay betting the 10,000 at 750 to 1 because it would be one of the biggest miracles ever.
There's something here, and somebody smarter is going to know. This has to be a thing where somebody's doing mathematics and saying, okay, I need to for my taxes at the end of the year, I have to show more of a loss.
Right.
So the math works. I'm going to make this weird bet that I'm going to lose, but yet also could win, and they'll even out so that I can, I need $18,000 more of a loss. It's got to be, because my question was better chance of success. This better with this bet or Major League Football in Sacramento in the fall?
Are the odds the same?
Odds are the same.
I mean, honestly, the odd, of either one succeed.
Okay, let me make it really specific.
What's success for the?
That's what I was going to say because I didn't define it. All right, here's the odds. 750 to 1, the Sacramento Kings win the 2023 title. 750 to 1 odds, Major League Football operates 2 full seasons in Sacramento.
Because I would say the Kings. I
would agree with you. And there's the other thing that you can allow yourself to think if you really want to have fun with the story, because odds are is just somebody being silly or whatever has 18. They're like, oh, how can I lose 18 grand? I could light it on fire. No, let's bet it on the Kings. Or here's the fun part. Does somebody know something? That's the fun part.
Right.
Does somebody know something?
But what would they know?
Kevin Durant's coming to the Kings. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's pretend that. And
Sure.
we wouldn't know what left.
Sure.
Odds would go down, better.
Yeah.
To win the whole thing.
I think
he was with Kyrie and Harden the year before. With Kyrie, I know Ben Simmons didn't ultimately they haven't won a series.
I think what it is it's more if you get Kevin Durant on this team, then all of a sudden 750 to 1 is really good value.
Sure.
Because are they going to win the whole thing?
$100.
Right. Will they win it all with Kevin Durant? I mean, even let me ask you this. And here's the other thing, you got to give things up for Kevin Durant.
Right.
But even okay, and this couldn't happen. So we get it. If the Kings could add Kevin Durant to this team, and Kevin Durant played 82 games, and they didn't have to give anything off their roster up.
Oh, wow.
It was all draft picks.
Yeah. Much better chance.
Where do they finish?
Yeah.
If you're betting, you got to bet where they finish in the Western Conference.
Top 4.
Top 4?
Mm-hmm.
That's about what I would say.
Yeah.
4 or 3.
In this other scenario, though, when would you, if this was you, when would you allow yourself like to get excited? Not at, hey, look, they're 3-0. I mean, you'd have to get into playoff rounds.
Yes.
Rounds.
100%.
Like, oh man, they were a 6 seed and they got through the first round.
Yep.
Awesome. It takes 16 playoff wins. You're far away still.
You are very far away.
At 10, what is it? 10.3 million.
I think I'm allowing myself to get excited like at the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Maybe a little early.
But you know what? Then if they're that like, oh man, this team is good. This can happen.
Yeah, if they come out and they have a Phoenixy or even a Memphisy type of year, and all of a sudden 750-1 is the greatest value in sports.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this happened, but same kind of logic. Phoenix had missed the playoffs for 10 straight years. Did someone bet like this on the Suns?
I gotta think
after the bubble.
Yeah, after the 7-0 bubble.
And then you go, hey, and they were 2-0 in the finals, 2 wins away from winning it all.
Oh, I know. They couldn't even make it back. From the 209, I'll bet 50 Cent placed those. Major League Football. Someone wants to know if Zach Wilson's mom will be the commissioner.
Good poll.
That's a wonderful. A lot of Zach Wilson takes in here. Blake wants to remind us on the YouTube chat that there was the guy who bet on the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl before they were ever linked to Brady, and he won millions of dollars.
Same guy?
If it's the same guy, I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
But I just literally do not know. I mean, it's almost a fun exercise when you want to go down the road of what does this person know? It's like, okay, literally, who could come to the Kings that would instantly make them a finals value?
Right.
And Durant certainly probably won. Giannis.
Yeah.
It's not many.
And obviously this person has money, right? Throwaway money. Do we not know about it? Did they bet on the Pistons? They bet on the Rockets, Thunder? I mean, or is it like your point? Hey, what do they know? What do they think about this Kings? Maybe they see value like, hey, there's an outside chance. Obviously at 750-1, it's a long shot.
Sure.
Considering longest playoff drought, never made the finals here in Sacramento. And that's to win the whole thing, man.
To win the entire thing. Yeah. I don't know, man. I want to know what it's weird. It's just absolutely weird. Incidentally, just in case all of you were wondering, Harrison Barnes, Rashawn Holmes, Terrence Davis, right? What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And Alex Len for Kevin Durant works.
Okay. I'm sure the Nets would I'm listening. Who says no? Not the Nets.
And I know they can't do this because the Herder move, but let's say they solve the Herder move. That's your trade, right? That's what you're how many future first round? 8?
All of them.
Do you think that and 8 first round unprotected picks get you Kevin Durant?
Yes.
Do you think that and 5 Sacramento Kings unprotected first round picks gets Kevin Durant? No. So it'd have to be somewhere like 6. Is 6 your floor?
Sure. I'm just throwing out a number.
Well, because I was trying to put together a trade where the Kings aren't really, I mean, no offense to Rashawn or Harrison or Terrence or Alex, but where they're not really giving, like you're replacing Harrison Barnes with
the one starter you're giving up is Barnes, but it's Kevin Durant.
You're rolling out De'Aaron Fox, probably Malik Monk, Kevin Durant, Keegan Murray, and DeMontis Sabonis. I mean, not saying they're winning the finals. Yeah. I'm not saying they're not a strong team, though.
If you could get like a 10-minute heads up, do you put 18,000 down?
If I knew that trade was coming. Okay, that's a great question we'll finish up on. If Monty McNair called me, he's like, hey, we're doing this thing.
I'm giving you a heads up.
Giving you a heads up for me and Woj talk.
Call your friend.
Call your friend. I wouldn't put 18 grand down because my wife wouldn't let me. But I would put the maximum amount that my wife would let me put down on that at those odds, just because.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at some point during the year.
What's that number you think she would be comfortable with?
Something in the very low hundreds.
Okay.
The super low.
It's like 100.
Definitely the triple figures.
Yes.
The very low triple figures.
Are you counting the cents?
Well, yeah. We'll take a break.